think it's something you ate?
Yeah. You can say that. Oh.
Raise a buck.
I call. What do you have?
3 kings.
Pair of 9s.
Full house.
You're the luckiest person I know. Lucky at cards, lucky at dating, lucky in business.
Who'd have thunk it, Tone? You made your fortune on a BDSM app. Who among us lives at that level of perversion?
I'll enter Exhibit A.
Well, I did it. I reached an all-time sexual low.
What did you do now, Caligula?
Let's just say I made it south of the border.
Yes?
Well, I went all the way to the equator, and I found it. That special place in New Jersey where every New York garbage truck has drop-off privileges.
Funky, cold Medina.
Oh, like a warm 2-day-old sandwich.
Was it time to change the kitty litter?
How would you know about these things, Marty? You're so short, you'd have to go up on a woman. But seriously, it was like this tributary that all the city sewers dumped into.
How long have you been waiting to use the word tributary?
I think it was appropriate. I'm sure the judges would agree.
All right, so the third base coach is waving you home. There's a play at the plate. The crowd's going nuts. Butch. You slide, and...
The girl stamped your visa and gave you permission to cross the border. How did this journey end for young Indiana Jones?
Well, I threw up.
Like in the bed? Like on her body?
No, I made it to the toilet in time to clear the porcelain, but when I got there, I had a long talk with Uncle Ralph.
So, how did you leave things?
I said it was something I ate, and I left.
You just left? You didn't say anything to her? Butch, you can't Irish goodbye somebody once you get them home. Poor form, bud.
Listen, I was out of there like a bullet train, baby.
What is this charming young debutante's name?
Why?
Well, sometimes a name can give you insight into these matters.
All right, Tiffany.
Stripper name. Maybe she just got off her shift on the pole and didn't have time to wash up. You know, things can get all funky down there with all that sliding, sort of like the slug tracks on a lamppost.
Nice analogy. I think I'm going to be sick again, Dr. Demento. Listen, I think the black guys are onto something. See, they never venture into the nether regions.
And you know this because you have a lot of black guy friends?
No, I know things, okay? For them, it's like having Chardonnay with a steak, you know?
You sound like you did your research on world star hip-hop.
Well, why don't we ask Elizabeth? I bet you she knows.
My ex-wife? I don't think so.
How are you? Is this what you guys do every night? Don't you like have lives or something that are slightly less disappointing than this?
No.
Anyway, we closed on the apartment building today. And I wanted to give you the master keys before I lost them myself.
Thanks.
Well, I gotta go. I have a showing on 48th Street and I have like 15 minutes to get there. See you tomorrow night, right?
Yeah, I planned on it.
Maybe I could score a little foot rub tomorrow? I'm breaking in new heels and my feet are killing me.
Yeah.
Great. Bye.
Ooh, a foot rub.
Hey, what was that?
What?
You know, that hesitation about the foot rub. Come on, spill it.
the toe next to her big toe is bigger than her big toe. That's all I think about. I've been dating her for 3 months and it's consuming me. That's all I think about.
Let me get this straight. She's smart, she's pretty, she's got financial independence, no kids, and she's 15 years younger than you. So you decide the deal breaker is her toe.
You don't understand.
Here we go again. They're going to be broken up by the end of the week. Honestly, I've heard that a big toe just means that they're descended from royalty.
Yeah, maybe English royalty. I mean, have you seen pictures of these people? Trust me, that toe is like someone in the family knew someone in the family.
So, for you, this girl is no different than a Hiroshima baby.
Oh, those poor little radiation babies. So sad.
Exactly. I'm telling you, that toe is Godzilla. He started out as normal lizard, then boom, radiation.
Look, can we get back to me, please? My throat is still sore from all that expulsion. Either that, or Michael Douglas was onto something. She might have given me throat cancer. Oh, I always knew God would get even with me someday.
Hello, Butch, take a look at yourself. You're overweight. You practically invented the comb-over as a hairstyle choice. At best, your fashion would be called hog couture. No one in this town has swiped right on you in months. Face it, you and the Lord, you're even Stevens.
What I don't understand about the situation is that it's usually the girl who does the throwing up.
Exactly. You're like our own version of Harvey Weinstein without the power, money, and fame to make girls think they have to have sex with you. And what is that on your face? It's like you superglued all the loose hair from the barbershop floor to your chin.
You're like the guy who thinks he has nothing going on for the day, then out of boredom thinks, well, maybe I'll just toss one off. And just when he finishes up, his girlfriend shows up at his door and wants hot sex. Nothing goes your way in this department.
All right. But listen, what am I going to do, okay? This girl is perfect, except for this one little thing.
A little thing? Butch, a big toe is a little thing. A hangnail would be a little thing. A bad haircut is a little thing. This would be like going to the doctor for a stomach ache and finding out you've got colon cancer.
Stop, listen. You puked, you told her it was something you ate, and you just ran out of there, right?
Right.
You said nothing about the underground fish market she was operating in the basement, right?
No.
Well, just call her and tell her you were sick. Say you were embarrassed to throw up in front of her and apologize for walking out, and then bingo, red ship is back on track. Just avoid, until we can think of a solution.
Okay. But what if she asks me to do,
Just say you think you're getting a cold sore.
Isn't that kind of like saying, hey, I have herpes?
She already dates you. I think she's got bigger issues than herpes.
So, you see, I'm really loud, when I'm throwing up, and I was embarrassed, with all the noise I was making and everything.
And you thought leaving without saying a word was the right thing to do?
Well, yeah, I think so.
Butch, you came out of the bathroom, picked up all your clothes, and ran into the hallway without saying a word.
I know.
You were naked in the hallway.
No one saw me.
How do you know?
I was there. I would know these things.
What if old Mrs. Landry had opened up her door and saw you?
It was midnight. She's not going to go out and pick up her newspaper or walk that old lady dog with the milky eye.
Or catch a glimpse of that wilting fruit ball that formed from a fat guy bending over to pull up his pants.
Look, I was sick, okay? Can we just let it go?
And what caused this sickness?
I don't know. I think it might have been the kimchi. It didn't taste right. I think it might have been spoiled.
It's rotten cabbage, Butch. It's supposed to be spoiled. It's like Asian sauerkraut.
Well, I got food poisoning, okay? It was just bad kimchi.
Well, then we're going back to the restaurant and telling them that you had food poisoning. And then we're demanding they give us our money back that you spent for the meal.
What? No. What? But what if they don't?
Then we'll call the food inspector and there'll be an investigation.
An investigation? What is this, the FBI? I mean, what's next? Wiretaps or wanted posters or interrogations? Look, I go to this restaurant all the time. I love their kimchi. I don't want to go through all that.
Then maybe you're lying. Maybe it wasn't the kimchi. Maybe it was something else.
It couldn't be anything else. It was just bad kimchi.
Then they need to know about it before anyone else gets sick. Wouldn't it bother you if you knew you could stop someone else from getting sick the way you did?
Well, no, not really.
We're going.
Fine.
I got nothing.
Full house, buddy.
Four of a kind.
I'm getting another beer. Anyone need one?
I'm checking. Tom, are you wearing cargo shorts?
Yeah, why?
I didn't realize you were an Eagle Scout. I mean, who over the age of 14 is wearing cargo shorts?
It's all I own. The Swiss Army knife of pants, like a man purse. I can put my wallet, my cell phone, tickets, Tic Tacs, and I don't have to carry anything.
Maybe Old Navy will make Tony their captain.
He should be so lucky. Those look like standard issue for the PacSun soldiers.
Yeah, Tony, what's next? Where do you go from here? New Balance sneakers with straps and knee-high tube socks?
Right, enough. You know, the best part about having FU money is I can wear whatever I want to. So F you.
Ooh, careful, Tone. The AARP might call and get their membership card back if you talk with that salty mouth.
Oh, here he is, the real Slim Shady.
Shady, maybe.
Slim. Definitely not.
Yeah, you know, being with you guys is like being back in high school. Only this time with old people.
Oh, whoa, hey, take your shoes off. We already know where your mouth's been. Those feet couldn't have been anywhere better.
So, I did what you told me to do.
And?
She wants me to go to the restaurant and confront them.
About what?
Well, you know, the food poisoning.
Food poisoning?
Who told you to say that?
You did.
Now, I was sitting right here. He said, go in, tell him you're sick. Something simple, Butch.
Yeah, I never told you to make a sales presentation. Why'd you have to turn this into a Shakespearean production? You aren't pinning this on me.
Classic case of selling past the close.
Well, what do I do?
All right, so if he goes to the restaurant and tells the owner he wants his money back.
He's got to give the owner the money.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Tip him out, of course.
Okay.
Oh, you got a sweet talk him.
There we go. With that. All right, so here's what you're gonna do. You go to the restaurant before you bring Tiffany there.
Go on.
You eat there all the time, right?
Yeah.
The owner knows you, right?
My face, I think so.
You explain to the owner that your girlfriend thinks that you got food poisoning at his restaurant, even though you know it wasn't the food that made you sick. Then you tell him that you really like this girl. So you secretly agree to have a fake confrontation over the food.
Wait, where are you going with this?
That you tell him that you're going to demand your money back on the meal. But while you're there, you give him the money that he's going to give back to you, plus a little extra for his troubles, thus ensuring his silence.
You know what? I think this might work.
That's what we do.
So you see my dilemma, Mr. Chong.
Chung.
Chung? But isn't it spelled C-H-O-N-G?
Yes, Chung.
Huh. So the is a ah. Huh, that's a odd little language you got there.
Yes, and you're an odd little man with odd requests. Girlfriend smells like fish cakes left in the sun, and you want to blame Mr. Chung?
My mistake. Chung, it is. So will you help me?
Do you want Mr. Chung to be a bad guy, like Kim Jong-un?
No. No. No family members need to be assassinated here. I'm just asking to be a little bit more like our president. You know, tell a little white lie for the sake of the country and for the sake of a loyal customer.
What's in it for Mr. Chung? You want Mr. Chung to lie. What's in it for Mr. Chung?
I see what you mean. All right, well, there's the money for the meal and a little something extra for a little story.
You right about little. Smells like you rubbing girlfriend's fish cakes.
Are you kidding me? That's a $100 tip.
Here's a tip. Lose girlfriend. Buy a girl to take your coconut juice. Much cheaper.
All right. Look, this is all I have, okay? But for that, I'm expecting an Academy Award-winning performance.
Don't worry. I tell big lie like Mr. Trump.
I had 5 showings today. My feet are killing me. I could use a foot rub.
You know I would, but my fingers are really cramped from being at the computer all day. I think I have carpal tunnel.
Right. What do you actually do all day? You know, ever since you sold your business, all I see you do is hang out with those guys that used to work for you.
Friends. They're my friends. They're not just my ex-employees. We grew up together.
Right, grew up together. You know, that's an oxymoron. Moron, that's another good operative word. Anyway, what do you do on the computer?
Research.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
Well, for my new business venture, beef nuggets.
Excuse me?
Beef nuggets, you know, like chicken nuggets, but with beef and dipping sauces.
You're ridiculous.
Hey, sister, only one of us sold a business before. Who are you to judge?
You don't need a judge, you need a psychiatrist. I don't know how you've thought of something so insane.
Kidneys.
Whatever. I cannot wait for the concert. I just bought these new comfy flip-flops, and I swear I've been working so hard my feet haven't been exposed to air in like months.
No, you do not want to wear flip-flops. Now, you're the one who's crazy.
What are you talking about?
Think about concerts. All those people shoulder to shoulder stepping on each other. I mean, your foot could get wounded by a spiked heel. And how about all that food that's been in people's mouths, just thrown on the ground, waiting for any body part to touch the saliva dripping from wrappers and buns? Ugh. Not to mention the vomit mixed with dirt and beer just lurking to attack any uncovered appendages. Ugh. You could get hoof and mouth disease. Ugh.
Hoof and mouth disease.
Whatever. Your foot will be like a dirt devil sucking up germs. You need to cover everything up like any random Asian and wearing a white mask at the airport. It's a dangerous world out there for the naked foot.
Maybe you're right. I'll just wear flats.
Oh, I'm right, sister.
But you know, if I come back hurting, you're giving me a foot massage. No excuses.
Yes, dolphins are perfectly
I'll do the
acceptable
talking.
companions.
Excuse me? We ate here several nights ago and he became violently ill. We know it was your kimchi.
How do you know it was my food?
Because 2 hours after he ate your food, he got sick. And the only thing he ate different than me was your kimchi.
How do you know he wasn't already sick?
Because he was fine before he ate your kimchi, and after he emptied his stomach of your kimchi, he was fine again.
Mr. Chung has the most delicious kimchi in the world. People from all over come to eat his kimchi. No one get sick.
Look, buddy, it was your kimchi. Your kimchi is bad, very bad. You better give us our money back, or I'll report you to the food inspector.
Go ahead. And you'll never eat my delicious kimchi ever again.
Let's go, Butch. You've been warned, Chong.
Chung.
Yeah, the O is pronounced in Korean.
How do you know?
Well, I know these things.
당신 나한테 저 뚱뚱한 사람 얘기한 거지?
Yes, it is him.
지금 애인 앞에서 아까 가만 나를 못 말려. 저 뚱뚱이 여자 당신 무시해.
What's so funny?
헐 보지 smell like a 게장. It make him sick.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
You claim it's spoiled.
Hey! We had a deal!
She disrespects my food. No deal.
This isn't over.
Oh, look. Nick Nolte's booking photo has come to life.
Funny guy. Well, the gig is up.
Jig.
Gig?
Jig.
Which is it, gig or jig?
Jig definitely means the dance is over. A jig is a dance. I don't know what gig means, other than you're an idiot.
And you know this how?
A cornucopia of useless information.
So what happened, Skippy?
Mr. Chung screwed me over. That's what. Tiffany was insulting them about their food. So his wife starts blabbing in Korean about my pre-warm-up visit. Then this Korean girl behind us starts translating everything.
Oh, no. So, what does she know?
She knows she's got Pepe Le Pew in her lunchbox. It's over. And now that it's over, I want her back more than ever.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You are knowingly repulsed by this woman, and she knows that you know about the mildew in the basement and that you told others about it. Yet you are strangely aroused by the prospect of winning her back, while she is equally repulsed by the mere thought of getting back together with you.
Yeah, I have to get her back, Tony.
I see win-win all over this.
You know, Butch, if you just bring your women to me, I'll be happy to tell you about any, odd fragrance situations before you actually sleep with these girls.
Excuse me, I can't recall the last time you've been with a girl. How would you be able to do that?
Me? I got an olfactory sense.
All right, for my amusement purposes only, do continue.
Well, I can tell with 100% accuracy if a woman is, making egg drop soup. Believe it or not, this wasn't a skill set they let me use the summer I worked at the carnival guessing people's birthdays and weights.
Well, while that is very interesting, how does this help me?
I'll go to the store, I'll find a woman who's going through the same situation Tiffany is, and I'll just see what products she buys. Ladies spend a lot of money trying to cover up that smell. They hate it.
So, as your friend, Dawn is willing to do this completely normal thing for you.
Yeah, right. Again, how does this help me?
Listen, Butch, you gotta throw yourself under the bus. I mean, you're gonna have to beg and plead. And even if she doesn't take you back, you care about this girl so much that you want her next relationship to be good with the next guy. See, women like sensitive men. You have to be a sensitive man, Butch. So, take the products that I pick out for you to her house, and she's going to love you. It's all in the delivery, no pun intended.
But why would she agree to see me, though?
Agree? No, just show up. You are gonna be the bearer of the gifts that bring her a brighter, no, a fresher tomorrow. I mean, you know her work schedule, right?
Right. So let me get this straight. You're saying I show up at her house with enough ingredients to bury the deceased in a grave full of gardenias.
Exactly.
Do you know how insane this is?
I think I love her.
So you're actually going to do this? On the advice of someone who may or may not have ever had sex with a woman?
Love is not only blind, it apparently shuts down all brain functions.
Oh, this isn't love. It's something much, much darker.
Gotta get low. Get on the level of the target. Be the target. Nothing. Damn it, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, I've lived in this town forever. I must have missed the headline story about the egg shortage. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. This is like reading the descendants of Adam. Gel begat wash, begat powder, begat cream. Come on. Ooh, funky cold Medina. We have a winner. Ugh. What? She's got a little problem.
A little.
What? She's lost that new car smell.
So you called in the entire Vagisil army?
Well, that's a war that I intend to win, ma'am.
Hey there, people, I'm Bobby Brown.
You know, I never understood that guy's music anyway. And what's that song about anyway, Bobby Brown? Hey, and who names his kid Dweezil? You know, what's he watching the Discovery Channel? He's high as a kite. He sees a little weasel on there and he goes, "Oh, look, Dweezil." What a weirdo.
There's a bright side of having a name like that.
What's that?
When you go set up a Gmail account, you can use your actual name without having to put a number equal to the value of pi at the end of it.
Got you the goods. Oh, it's like Madonna's secret drawer through my bar.
What am I going to do with all this?
Oh, wait! You can load them all up into spray tanks and go in like you're from pest control.
Ma'am, there have been reports of strange odors coming from your apartment.
Yeah, a bunch of funny guys. I can't go in with all this.
What's this?
Oh, I actually found that in the back of my mom's linen closet. I don't know, I thought it might help with the delivery.
Yeah, maybe it helped in like 1920.
My mom had one of these. I used to fill the bag up with water and use it to rinse the soap off my back.
I don't know about all this. Can't we just pick one and go with that? Like, what about this one? White jasmine wash.
I never liked jasmine. It's too flowery. It's like that Bermuda shorts of scents.
Well, all right. How about here we go, delicate jasmine.
Again with the flowers. No.
Island splash.
The smell of the beach.
Yeah, in this case, a beach that has been closed due to toxin levels in the water.
Says it's a wash. I mean, that's probably good. Smells like the beach.
Oh, yeah. The beach had a hint of vinegar.
Well, it says it's pH balanced and it cleanses, washes. This might work.
Again, this is Don's strategy. That's like asking Dr. Kevorkian for dating advice. Just know he's going to kill the relationship.
No, Butch, listen. It's the fourth quarter, okay? There's only time for one more play. You got to go out there and be the MVP. Otherwise, there's no Super Bowl for you this year. You're done till next season, okay? Go out there, you throw this Hail Mary, and you win the game.
Gentlemen, I am. I'm going to go win this game. And I'm going to do it with Island Splash.
Oh, why do you do this to him? $100 says he goes down faster than Hindenburg.
That's what's got him here in the first place.
You humiliated me, Butch. You humiliated me. I only let you in to hear how a little slime ball like you could even attempt an apology.
So, this is what, some kind of a social experiment for you?
I'm not engaging you in a conversation. Just get on with whatever it is you had to say.
I shouldn't have talked to anyone but you. But you left me with no choice.
I left you no choice. That's your excuse.
Yeah, when you wanted to go and confront the restaurant, I had to take an action.
And so you felt the appropriate path was to, of course, tell everyone that my girl was the stinky kid in school.
It's my favorite restaurant. I love their kimchi. I mean, It's the best kimchi I have ever had. For me, it's the Super Bowl of kimchis. You know, they could have banned me, you know, maybe forever.
Well, Butch, you made your choice. You chose kimchi over this.
I'm sorry, okay? I didn't know what else to do. I didn't want to lose you. I might even love you.
You don't know the meaning of the word Butch. Couldn't even consider staying with you unless you were somehow humiliated the same way I was.
So, you're saying if we were somehow even Steven?
Yes. And even then, I don't know.
All right, well, before we were to consider such a very interesting proposition, there's still the elephant in the room. Hear me out. I spent hours in the store talking to the pharmacist and women, you know, about the different products to use, and I've been told that this little bottle of miracle liquid is all we need to solve, you know, our little problem.
You bought me douche. Douche, Butch. As if I don't know what that is. You're a complete idiot. Get out.
Look, my feet smell, and no matter how much cotton I put between my foot and my shoe, it still creates friction, and friction causes sweat, and I put chemicals on them. What's the big deal?
Get out.
Your girl is no different. She's rubbing against cotton all day, and that creates sweat, and sweat needs to be addressed.
I said get out!
I was so glad when you called. But I don't understand. What made you change your mind?
Well, at first I was angry, but then I thought, there aren't many men who would try to get back together after pulling a stunt like that. And of course, that little present you gave me demonstrated an attempt at honesty.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was just telling the guys, it's important for me to be honest with you. You know, this way we could work on our little problem together and get past it. You know, it's like if you get a bad meal at a restaurant that you like, you know you're going to want to come back. So it's best to just tell the chef how to do things differently. You know, this way you won't get a bad meal again.
Yes, Butch, it's exactly like that. Speaking of changing things, I thought we'd spice things up a bit.
Oh, I like spice. Oh. Jalapenos.
Why don't you take off all your clothes, get under the covers while I go use the bathroom? When I come back, I'll give you a massage. And if you're nice, I might even do a striptease for you.
I can be nice. I'll be so nice you'll think Gandhi is in this bedroom.
Then maybe I will use some of that little present you gave me.
You will?
When I'm finished, you'll swear you can feel the sand crawling inside your swimming trunks. Now get on the bed, roll over, and when I come back, I'll give you that massage I promised.
Okay. Oh, I like the new you.
Me too. I'll turn on the TV if you have a porn channel. Do you have a porn channel, Butch?
I'm a guy. Of course I have a porn channel.
Hand me the remote.
Oh yeah, you could change it to anything you like if you want something else.
No, Bitch Perfect 2 is fine. This remote is so slim. I like it.
Okay.
You ready for some excitement, Butch?
How do we do this? I mean, I've never done this before. But why face down?
It's dirtier that way. No more questions. I'll take care of everything.
Okay. What are you doing back there? Is that some kind of S&M thing? Oh, please tell me it's an S&M thing. I've only ever seen this on porn. This is so exciting. Oh,
Yes, it's S&M time.
ooh.
Now I told you no more questions.
Oh, oh. What is annoying?
Relax, Butch. Enjoy my touch.
What is annoying?
I just had to get some lotion for your massage.
What is annoying?
And to prevent you from ruining this for me.
Huh? What is enjoying? What?
You know, Butch, I thought I'd never recover from the shame of knowing an entire staff of people at a restaurant think my little Susie stinks. But then, when you told me your friends knew too, well, that just made any guilt I might have go away. Hello. My neighbor's having severe stomach cramps and he's sweating profusely. Yes, he's breathing normally. I would take him to the hospital myself, but it seems he can't walk. Can you send an ambulance?
Why did you do that? What am I going to tell the ambulance people when they show up?
My friend works at the hospital. She suggests you tell them you accidentally sat on it.
Wait, you told someone you're going to do this and they didn't try to stop you? Who was it, Taylor Swift?
See ya, Butch. You know, if you squeeze the cheeks hard enough, you might be able to change the channel so when the ambulance gets here, they don't see you watching porn. You wouldn't want them to know how many lines you crossed here tonight.
But I don't understand. Why?
Even Steven, Butch. Now we're even Steven.
My feet are killing me, Tony. I should never listen to you and just worn my flip-flops. I don't know if my shoes shrunk or my toes grew. I might have a blister on my foot.
Uh-huh.
Did you hear me?
Fine. Wasn't that concert great?
Not as great as the foot massage you're going to give me.
Massage.
Yeah. You're not getting away with it this time, mister. You promised.
Don't you think you should put on some socks? I mean, with that terrible blister.
Just look. There's no blister. Yay me.
Yeah, me. I'm gonna need something a little stronger.
I just happen to have some lotion.
Of course you do.
You have a nice light touch.
Rub a little harder.
Can you turn on the TV? Oh, God. Funky cold Medina.
Toya, specifically designed to give you a health boost of time-released energy while giving your muscles, bones, and joints the support they need.